You're walking alone at night. A sudden noise from the alley. Your heart lurches. The hairs on your arms stand on end. Little bumps erupt across your skin. Goosebumps. We've all felt them when the cold bites. But why do they appear when fear, or even awe, grips us? It feels like a primal, automatic response. Yet its true purpose, lost to the mists of evolution, is far more bizarre and fascinating than you might imagine. This tiny, involuntary reaction holds a forgotten story about our deepest instincts and the creatures we once were. Let's zoom in, way in, to understand the mechanics. Each individual hair on your body, no matter how fine, has a tiny muscle attached to its follicle. It's called the erector pili muscle. When this microscopic muscle contracts, it pulls the hair shaft upright, creating a tiny indentation on your skin surface. That's the bump. But why do these muscles decide to contract in such a wide range of situations? The answer takes us back millions of years, to a time when our ancestors looked very, very different. Imagine our distant ancestors covered in a thick coat of fur, much like a mammoth's or even modern chimpanzees. For them, goosebumps served a crucial, life-saving purpose: insulation. When cold, those tiny muscles would pull their fur erect, trapping a layer of warm air close to the skin. This piloerection, as scientists call it, was their natural defense against the biting wind and freezing temperatures. It was their built-in winter coat, deployed on demand. But insulation wasn't their only trick. Picture a chimpanzee in a confrontation. When threatened, its fur bristles, making it appear significantly larger and more formidable to an adversary. This sudden increase in apparent size, coupled with aggressive posturing, could be enough to deter a potential attacker without a physical fight. It's a bluff, a visual intimidation tactic, and it worked beautifully for creatures with significant fur. So, how does the body orchestrate this response? It's all thanks to your sympathetic nervous system, the command center for your fight or flight response. When you encounter a perceived threat, whether it's a sudden scare or extreme cold, your brain sends a rapid signal down this pathway. Adrenaline and noradrenaline flood your system, preparing your body to either confront the danger or escape it. And one of the many effects of this cascade is the activation of those tiny erector pili muscles. Here's where it gets interesting for us hairless, modern humans. We lost most of our protective body fur hundreds of thousands of years ago, as we evolved to regulate our temperature in other ways and developed clothing. Yet the goosebump reflex, an ancient remnant, persists. Our bodies still react as if we could fluff up a thick coat of fur, even though all we achieve is a scattering of tiny bumps and bristling fine hairs that offer no real insulation or intimidation. This explains the cold and the fear. But what about other triggers? Why do we get goosebumps when we hear a powerful piece of music, witness an incredibly moving scene, or feel a profound sense of awe? It's not just a physical sensation. It's often accompanied by an emotional one, a shiver down the spine. This suggests a deeper, more complex interplay between our primal reflexes and our sophisticated emotional landscape. Some scientists propose that these emotional goosebumps are a kind of benign misfiring. The brain interprets intense emotional stimulation, whether it's joy, fear, or wonder, as a situation requiring a heightened state of arousal. Since the sympathetic nervous system is responsible for all high arousal states, it triggers this ancient reflex, regardless of whether there's an actual predator or a sudden drop in temperature. It's a vestigial echo, a ghost of our furry past. Our amygdala, the brain's alarm system, plays a crucial role here. It processes threats and fear, but it also lights up during moments of intense emotional significance. When the amygdala is highly activated, it sends out signals that trigger the sympathetic nervous system. So whether you're genuinely scared or simply deeply moved, the physiological response can be remarkably similar, down to the tiny muscles under your skin. The key neurotransmitter involved is norepinephrine, often called noradrenaline. It's both a hormone and a neurotransmitter, released by your adrenal glands and nerve endings. When it hits the receptors on those erector pili muscles, they contract. Norepinephrine is a central player in both our stress response and our emotional arousal, providing a chemical link between the chill of fear and the awe of a beautiful melody. But here's a truly intriguing thought. Could goosebumps have once played a social role? Imagine early humans huddling together. If one person showed piloerection due to fear, it might have served as a non-verbal cue, signaling danger to the rest of the group. A collective bristling might have created a shared sense of vigilance, a primal alarm system before complex language fully developed. It's speculative, but fascinating. Most of us simply dismiss goosebumps as a quirky bodily reaction, a minor inconvenience. But some recent research suggests that they might, just might, have a subtle, still active function, even in modern humans, beyond just being a historical echo. What if these tiny muscles, and the cells they interact with, are doing more than we realize? This is where the story takes a fascinating turn. Researchers at Harvard recently discovered a surprising connection. They found that the erector pili muscle, the very one that causes goosebumps, also forms a critical bridge between the sympathetic nervous system and hair follicle stem cells. These are the cells responsible for hair growth and regeneration. When exposed to cold, the sympathetic nerves are activated, releasing norepinephrine. This chemical not only makes the erector pili muscle contract, causing the goosebump, but it also signals the hair follicle stem cells. This signal, surprisingly, promotes the regeneration of hair and helps maintain the stem cells that allow hair to grow back. So, while our hair is far sparser than our ancestors, the mechanism that promotes its growth and health is still intertwined with our body's cold response. Goosebumps aren't just a leftover. They're an active, if diminished, part of keeping our scalp and body hair regenerating, even if it's just fine, vellus hair. The cold, it seems, subtly encourages our hair to grow back stronger. This new understanding reframes goosebumps not just as a relic, but as a subtle, still active biological mechanism. It suggests that even in our relatively hairless state, the ancient pathways connecting temperature, stress, and hair biology are quietly at work, influencing our physiology in ways we're only just beginning to uncover. Now, back to those emotional goosebumps, the ones triggered by music or awe. If cold activates the stem cell regeneration pathway, could intense emotional states, which also trigger norepinephrine release, have a similar subtle effect? It's a leap, but it opens the door to fascinating new questions about the interplay of mind, emotion, and our most basic biology. Think about the sheer depth of this evolutionary story. For millions of years, this single tiny muscle served two vital functions: keeping our ancestors warm and making them appear larger and more intimidating. It was a dual-purpose survival tool, essential for thriving in harsh environments and fending off predators. It was a silent, automatic protector. Today, we've largely bypassed its original functions. We wear coats, use heaters, and rely on language and technology for defense, yet the reflex remains, a persistent whisper from our ancient past. It's a testament to the inertia of evolution. Once a mechanism is established, it can linger for eons, even if its primary purpose has faded into irrelevance. So, the next time you feel that prickling sensation, those tiny bumps erupting across your skin, whether from a sudden chill, a spine-tingling horror movie, or a piece of music that moves you to your core, remember its incredible journey. It's not just a quirk, it's a living fossil, a micro-story of survival written into your very skin. It's a reminder that even the most seemingly insignificant bodily reactions hold complex histories and perhaps even ongoing, subtle biological roles we're still unraveling. Goosebumps are more than just a momentary chill. They're a bridge to our primal past, and a quiet conversation happening beneath our skin.